Hello, my loves. How are y'all today? I hope you feel good. I hope this old rain hadn't got you down. I love rain in the summertime because it means that the grass growing and the trees get their drinks and the flowers perk up and lift their faces up to the sun. I love the rain in the summertime. I don't like the storms too much, but I like the rain. Anyway, let's move on to something besides the weather. What is today, you ask? Well, today is Media Monday, and I'm going to read you a story. And this is a new book. I told you about it last week. You may remember I told you about this little book right here called Grandfather and I. And this is one of the books that comes for Ivy in the mail, and it comes to Nana's house. I'm not real sure why, but they got my address as your address, but we just made it easier during this COVID time when I couldn't see you to give it to you. And now I can read it to you here. How about that? I'm enjoying this. I hope you are. And if you're not, you just tell Nana and she'll let it go. But I thoroughly get a kick out of it. I enjoy reading these books because it brings back a lot of memories of books when I was a little girl and I would read. I would go hide in my bedroom. Not really hide, but I'd get in my little corner. I had a little reading nook. I had a pillow on the floor and I had a little lamp that was beside my bed, and I would turn that little lamp on and I would sit in that little nook with my book on my lap and I would read, and I would read all day if I could, but Mama would make me go outside sometimes. But that was okay. I didn't mind that too much. I hear my phone going off in the other room. I didn't bring it in here. More than likely it's one of them stupid old telemarketers, and I just ignore them, and then as soon as they get through, I block them. They won't call me again. But anyway, they're like fleas on a dog. They're never ending. But anyway, we're going to read this book, Grandfather and I. And it's written by Helen E. Buckley and Jan Ormerod. And it doesn't say who illustrated it. Maybe they did. I don't know. It doesn't say that they did, but the illustrations are lovely in here, and you're going to enjoy seeing them. But here's the opening the cover, and never bend your books back like this, but Nana does it she doesn't crease it, but she does it so that you can see. There you go. There's the grandfather and the little boy, and they're out walking in nature, and that's a fun thing to do, like you and Mom do and Dad do when y'all go out to the nature area out near your home. Yeah, that's what they're doing. Grandfather and I are going for a walk. It will be a slow walk because Grandfather and I never hurry. We walk along and stop and look just as long as we like. And that's what makes a walk fun, isn't it? That you can stop and look at the things that you find. See these pictures? Grandfather and the little boy, they're looking at things that they've picked up. And they're having a good time, and they're not rushing to get to the next thing. Enjoy things that you're doing while you're doing them, and give things that are coming up their time when it's their turn. Other people we know are always in a hurry. Mothers hurry, they walk in a hurry and talk in a hurry, and they always want you to hurry. Well, how many times has Mama said, "Come on, girls, we got to go. Hurry, hurry, hurry." Well, kiddos, I'm sorry. They got that from your Nana because she used to do that all the time. "Come on, girls, we got to rush, we're late. Oh, my goodness, we're late. We really weren't, but we were going to be if we didn't get the lid out, so to speak. But here they are, Mom and the little boy. They're walking along, and look at the kitty cat looking at them like, "What are y'all doing? Where are you going in such a hurry?" And Mom, he's looking back and he's waving. And, he's not in a hurry, but Mom's in a hurry. Sometimes grown-ups forget, to stop and smell the flowers. But Grandfather and I never hurry. We walk along and stop and look just as long as we like. That's a good thing. See, they stopped and they're looking at... Look at the tree limbs in the basket. I wonder if it appears to be growing. So this is something they put around the tree to protect it while it's very young and tender. That's cool. Look at that. Looks like a pine tree. We know about pine trees, don't we? Living in Georgia, we can't help but know about pine trees. Look at that pine tree. It's a wee little pine tree. Looks like it might be a loblolly pine. I believe it is. A loblolly pine, like most of the pine trees in your backyard. That's the name of them. Loblolly. I used to have Casey. Your Aunt Casey had a little dwarf Chinese hamster. Little tiny little thing. She was about this big. And she would tote her around in her coat pocket. She even took her to school one day. Oh my goodness. But anyway, her name was Lolly, or Lottie, after Lottie Moon, a missionary. And every time she would call her and say her name, Lottie, I would think of loblolly, because of the loblolly pine trees everywhere down here. Fathers hurry. They hurry off to work and they hurry home again. They hurry when they kiss you and when they take you for a ride. We mamas and daddies, sometimes we don't got our priorities straight, do we? We need to slow down because you youngsters grow so fast. One minute you're wee little babies and the next minute you're grown up taller than we are. My goodness. That was a good picture of him and his daddy, wasn't it? But grandfather and I never hurry. We walk along and stop and look just as long as we like. You see, he's enjoying his time with his grandfather, isn't he? Yes. Look at these. There's some more young pine trees. These are a little bit older and they're more sturdy. They don't get beaten down by the weather. So they don't need the cages around them anymore to protect them. He has found some little tiny buds. See the little tiny pine tree bud in his hand? And him and grandfather are excuse the language, he and grandfather are looking at it. Look at the beautiful squirrel and the beautiful flowers blooming. They have on coats and hats and scarves, but I believe it might be coming spring because these look like spring heather. So that would be, yeah, look at the vines. They've got little tiny buds on them. So I believe it may be coming up springtime during this book. Yes, he's enjoying his time with his grandfather. Brothers and sisters, they hurry too. They go so fast they often bump into you. And when they take you for a walk, they always leave you behind. They just run off and leave him. They're not enjoying the walk. They're trying to get to the destination. Well, the real journey is the journey between where you left from and where you're going to. That's the fun time, the time between those two times. When you get to some journeys, when you get to some destinations, it's pretty cool. But when you look back, you kind of remember those journeys more than you do the destinations. Think about that. There he is. He's been walking with his brother and sister, and they left him behind. But look what he got to see that they missed. See, it is springtime because these are baby ducks. And they are just hatched. Look at those beautiful little baby ducks. And look at Mama Duck. She's got her little babies. And they're paddling along, enjoying the swim. And they're not in a big hurry. No, but look. Look at his face. He's sad because his brother and sisters walked off and left him and they didn't get to see the beautiful babies. See what we miss when we're in a big hurry? Maybe we should learn something. I should learn something from this book. Didn't know Grandma and Grandpa and Nanas and Papas and Mamas and Daddies could learn, did you? But Grandfather and I never hurry. We walk along and stop and look as long as we like. Look at him. He and Grandpa, look at him. Look what they're looking at. They're pointing at something up in the tree. Do you see it? See Grandpa pointing at something up in the tree? And the little fella, he's pointing up there too. And look what they're pointing at way up the tree. The trees haven't budded out yet, but Mr. Squirrel there, he's waiting, patiently waiting. He's not rushing around, although some squirrels look like they're rushing everywhere they go.